We're live. Hi. Hello. Welcome to the Iqra Child's live show for the month of May. Is it? Are we doing May? I think we're doing May. Where we read This Woven Kingdom by Taherah Mafi. And yeah, we're going to get into it. If you're new here, welcome. This is the Iqra Trials, My Muslim Book Club. Every month, read a different book by a Muslim author. It's a fun time. If you want to join, the Discord link is down below. So yeah, y'all should already know how this works. Let me let everybody know that I'm live. I want to get right into it. I'm excited for this one. It almost didn't happen, but we're here. I'm present. I'm in here. Hey, assalamu alaikum. Hello. So sorry for the lateness. Like I said, this almost didn't happen, but I have a streak to uphold. I haven't missed a live show this year, I think, which I'm very proud of. Alhamdulillah. Oh my gosh. I told you I'm barely here, but I'm present. I'm present. I've been traveling around a lot, so that's why my life is all out of order. But I'm very excited to drag this book. I should have known to not expect anything from Taherah Mafi, and she exceeded my expectations of everything like kind of wrong with her books. Love that she's consistent in her nonsense. Hold on. Let me tell the girlies that we're live. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize there were so many people in the group. Hey. Oh, your timing is immaculate. Love that. This Woven Kingdom. It's in the title. Yeah. Wait. I think it's down there. No? I think it's down there. This Woven Kingdom by Taherah Mafi. Yes. No, literally. It didn't give much. It didn't give much. We're going to get into it. As always, let me know what your rating was for the book after we discuss it. I'm going to ask everybody again what their rating is, and we'll see if the ratings have gone up or down. I will save my ratings for the end because I don't want to influence anyone's opinion. Why are my hands so dry? Oh, save us. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Listen, it bees like that. Also, sidebar, support my mom's business, Tasneem Beauty Boutique. If you're in the US and you're looking for some body care and want to support a Black Muslim business. So hi, y'all. Love all my faves are here. Leather, I appreciate you for being here, even though you didn't read the book. But this is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time. That's the only reason I made it, even though, like I said, I'm half dead. I mean, alhamdulillah, mashallah. Also, want to slide in here that if you haven't already, go check out my Instagram because your girl got to do a sponsorship with Walmart, which is very exciting. Probably one of my biggest sponsorships. So go head over to my Instagram after this and go share a little like, a comment, etc. Not a hesitant. Not a hesitant. Oh my gosh. I feel that though. Not that. Okay. Actually, let me go on my Goodreads. I don't remember what I gave it, to be fair. This is where like giving or doing reviews comes in handy for me. Because when I tell you I be forgetting how I feel about books, especially books I don't like, I just like to block them out of my brain. I'm just kidding. Okay, yeah, I know what I gave it. I remember. So, oh wow. And this is the lowest book. Is this going to be the lowest rated book in the Iqra Child's history? We read some bad stuff. But especially this year, I feel like this book is getting the lowest rating for what we've read this year. Let me know if I'm bugging. Are we all in alignment with the fact that like it didn't give to the girls? Oh my gosh. No, but the last quarter was the only thing that like had any type of interest. It was chaotic, but It gave us something. Okay, so for the people that didn't read the book and that are new to Taherah Mafi, if her name sounds familiar, it's because she wrote the Shatter Me. I was going to say a trilogy. It started off as a trilogy. There's like 20 books now. And that book was really popular during the like 2010s YA era. Very dramatic, very angsty, X, Y, and Z. I read the first 3 books, and I feel bad because my mom bought it for me actually during Eid, and it didn't give. So yeah, a lot of people though have like a nostalgic place in their heart for that series, even if it wasn't written the best. Then she went on to write 2, which I like to call post 9/11 trauma porn books. They are contemporaries. What is it? What is it? Something depth of the ocean, and the other one is something else or whatever. And to me, they're kind of the same book. I'm just saying. But yeah, she had Muslim characters in that book, in those books, and they were with white partners. I haven't read them, so I can't give you like a really drawn out review about it. But knowing what I know about Taherah Mafi and the fact that she is married to a white non-Muslim man in real life, the books gave what you think they're going to give. So when the girlies heard that she was coming out with this Woven Kingdom, which I will say is like the cover is absolutely stunning. Like probably one of my favorite covers this year. It's absolutely beautiful. We were all a bit excited because this is fantasy, and it's been a few years since she's really been in the Shatter Me world. And I've heard okay things about it. Like I didn't hear a lot of people saying it was bad until after I read it. Until after. And I started talking to the Islamic shorties, and the girlies that I be following was like, yeah, I DNF'd it. But before, I had high hopes. It's blurred by one of my favorite authors ever, Cassandra Clare. She wrote on the cover, and I quote, "In a tale exquisitely crafted, Mafi weaves a spell of destiny and danger, forbidden love and courtly intrigue, magic and revolution. She's a liar. She's lying. She's a liar." No, honestly, it's same. I mean, I'm gonna summarize the book real quick because it's fairly simple what was going on in that book because it was very little. She lied. She lied. Like full on with. And listen, Cassandra Clare, her books got me into reading. I've been with her all my life. For her to lie like this, she skimmed it. She saw the cover and she heard what Taherah Mafi said the book was going to be about, and she said, "Let's run with it." Okay, so boom. Our main character. I have to look up the description because I'm gonna tell you I don't remember. Why did something just fly into my window? Okay, good job. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the description. It says, "Clashing empires, forbidden romance, and a long forgotten queen destined to save her people." Best-selling author Taherah Mafi's first in an epic romantic trilogy inspired by Persian mythology. Where was the magic? Where was the magic? Okay. To all the world. Oh, this is so funny. I've never said her name like on live before, but I'm a Black woman, right? I'm a Black woman from New York, whose parents were raised in the 90s, who's very much into hip hop. When I read her name, I'm aware that it's probably like Eliza, or whatever. I was reading her name as Alize, like the drink. Yes. The girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't. I will be referring to her as Alize because that's literally how I read her name, because I just thought it was funny. Like I said, I'm aware her name is probably Eliza, whatever. Alize. If you don't know what Alize is, it's like I said, it's a drink. It's an alcoholic drink that's always mentioned in videos. Not Uncle Tupac coming. Yeah, Alize. Her name is spelled Alizeh. Alize. Uncle Tupac, how is Alize actually spelled? I've never drank it, obviously. And I don't even know what like the bottle. I know the bottle looks like, but I don't remember how it's spelled. Anyway, but no, we're gonna get into it. I don't know. He literally literally, and I'm not exaggerating. He said, he's like, what's your name? She tells him her name. Then they have their first kiss. So he was burning with all of this desire. Mr. I Burn For You on some Bridgerton stuff, had no idea what her name was. He didn't find out her name until 3 seconds before he kissed her. Right. Persian Cinderella. I know it gives that because she spent the whole book running. Yeah. I was close. It's okay, Uncle Tupac. Add an H at the end. Is that not Alizé? Listen. Let's get into it. Okay. Let me finish reading though. Alizé is the disposable servant, not the long-lost heir to an ancient Jinn kingdom, forced to hide in plain sight. The crown prince, Cameron, has heard the prophecies foretelling the death of his king. No, he hasn't. His grandfather knew them. Anyway, but he could never have imagined that the servant girl with the strange eyes, he saw her eyes once, the girl that he can't put out of his mind you, he just met her, would one day soon uproot his kingdom and the world. Perfect for fans of Lee Bardugo, Tomi Adeyemi, and Salah Tahir. The audacity, you can tell she's married to a white man, to bring up those three names. Those three. Lee Bardugo has a show out. Tomi Adeyemi is coming out with a movie. And Salah Tahir also, I think there's something going on with the Emma Asher series. You think this is the explosive first book in a new fantasy trilogy. Explosive? What exploded? Other than my trust in her, which actually imploded on itself. Yeah. No. Oh my God. The most exciting part was like when they were in that room and she used her powers to like hide them and she was like leaned up on him. I was like, okay, how do you name those three like top tier girls? I didn't even like Lee Bardugo's last book, but the girl, like, how do you I promise you, it was mad. Oh my gosh. At the end, somebody remind me to read some reviews because I feel like that'd be hilarious. And also, I should have had Azanta on here. Azanta gave it 5 stars. Why are people saying it's like Game of Thrones? Okay. So let me break down the plot of the book real freaking fast. So they start the book off. Yes, I'm praying for her. They start the book off with the story of how the jinns came to be. You have the jinns made out of fire. You have the human beings made out of clay. You have the story of Shaitan, Iblis, and the devil, and how, he was told to prostrate in front of the clay creatures. And he refused. He got kicked out of heaven, seduced them, became the devil, The lore changes a bit because instead of that, we know what happens afterwards. What actually happens is all of the jinn are like banished to earth, and it's like the ice age or I don't know. It's just dark. There's like no darkness. Like, I don't know. You know how they say that like human beings, our eyes evolved because we were able to like see the sun and we needed to open them, whatever. It was just like darkness. That's what I got. I don't know. It didn't make any sense. But the jinns were like roaming around in darkness on the planet. And then eventually they were all made to suffer for what Iblis did. And while they were in darkness, the clay creatures, the humans, were like, figuring the world out because they're new here. And then it became like fighting between the jinns and the humans for like generations until Cameron's grandfather made the accord, the peace treaties between the jinn and the humans. And obviously it is in the humans' favor because the jinns are more powerful. So they're told that they need to like basically hide in plain sight. They can't show their powers. They're discriminated against, second-class citizens. That's the background story. what we know, which another thing is, can we talk about how we know nothing about the supposed queen that Alizé is supposed to be? They don't mention, like, for what? They don't mention the lineage of her parents. They don't talk about the kingdom. They don't say that her parents were taken from their kingdom, maybe during the treaty. Nothing. They just keep saying she's supposed to be queen of what? For what? All we hear is the fact that she had one friend growing up. She wasn't allowed to talk to nobody, and she doesn't feel fire. And they said that she's the chosen one because she has ice in her veins. Anyway, yeah. But they just literally keep telling us that she's a special girl, that she's not like other girls. But nobody knows why. She has, like, her eyes contain, like, ice. So they're, like, very, very blue. Like, think the Ice Walkers from Game of Thrones blue. That's what I got in my head. And she was trained at fighting, but she was kept away from everyone. Her parents died. Did they mention how her parents died? It was like a fire or something. I don't know. Her parents died. And then she's basically living on her own, on my own, on her Aladdin stuff. She is hustling in the streets. She has this, she like has these weird jobs. The only interesting thing about this book, the only interesting thing, which I don't even think I put in my review, but now that I think about it, is the fact that Alizé, whatever, was that she was a seamstress. And I'm a fashion girl. That's the only thing that gave her any amount of oomph or any oomph in this book at all. No, same. I thought it was interesting. She could have went more in it, but there was no magic in this. There was none. Like, no magic at all, much less Persian magic. Where was the Farsi? I mean, sure, there was Farsi on the page. I'm not saying I know Farsi, but I don't know. Nothing. I don't know why she's special. I don't know who her parents are. I don't know if they were killed, why they were killed. Nothing. But she's our special little princess. Oh, mashallah. Please. Please. Okay, but even in that, like, how did they find out? I don't think I remember them mentioning how they found out that Eliza, whatever the hell her name is, was the one who had the ice in her veins. And even so, is there not a process? Are they not, like, if the jinns are second-class citizens who are hiding in plain sight, how are they testing to find out who has the ice in their vein? Like, how did that system work? Is it like even that, we didn't get to see anything really into the lives of the jinns, because Alizé, she is living as a seamstress part-time, and then she's also a snuda, which is basically a niqab but for your eyes. Like, I think her mouth was out, which makes no sense. Like, I'm just saying, like, this, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Glasses, what does this give to the girls? Okay. So that's how she was walking around, and snudas are servants. And so we just see her interacting with humans, but we don't hear anything about the jinns. Nothing about their lives. If there was any other jinns that she ran into, nothing. We're just seeing Eliza wakes up in this closet that she lives in, that she was given by the people that she's working with. She's doing like an intended, she's like, it's like a practice round in this house that she's supposed to be, a servant in. And they gave her this closet to live in. Very Harry Potter, room under the stairs. Yeah. And she would wake up, she would clean up. Her boss literally beat her for being uppity, like literally was beating her up because she spoke better, like more grammatically correct or proper, like, English than her. I don't know, whatever. She was getting beat up. She was cleaning all day, and then she would sew at night, and then she would go back and forth to whoever she was delivering her dresses to in secret. That was her life. That was 75% of the book right there. Alizé waking up, getting tortured, making dresses, running back home, going to the apothecary to get some herbs. That was 75% of the book. But they killed her parent. But even, where did the prophecy start that somebody would? And okay. Let's think about the story of Prophet Musa, right? Think about the Prince of Egypt, the movie. They were told that like the person that would take over would be from the children of, Beni Israel. And so the Pharaoh went and killed all of the sons of the Israel, the I don't want to call them Jews, but you know what I mean, Beni Israel, killed all the sons, right? This king, you find out that somebody is supposed to take over for you, and you didn't kill all the jinns; they were just poor. You killed her parents. Mm-mm. 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 I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Even that, like, she was really skilled at fighting because she was trained to fight, and she didn't even know anything about being a queen herself. She didn't know anything about her powers or anything like that. She just knew she was supposed to be a queen, and she was trained. That was it. She was very confused herself. She didn't know anybody, and she was just like extremely poor and impoverished. And I do kind of wish that there was some type of trigger warning for it, because extreme poverty can be very triggering for people, and especially like the abuse that she went through from her like her employers. And some people may think that that's just being sensitive, but hey boo, oh my gosh, Maya, I literally was just reading, I literally have your review right in front of me. Maya literally DNF'd it right around the same time that I finished. 100%. The girls that get that this book gave nothing get that the book gave nothing. Maya, what part do you remember stopping? I know you read like $35 a month, but do you remember what part you stopped at? Because, and like, what was your thoughts about going into the book? All of that. The girls would love to hear it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah. Like, I don't know. It was giving Cinderella and like Harry Potter. I don't know. I was 75% of the book was that. So let's talk about Cameron. We're gonna get into Cameron. Let's get into Cameron. Oh, okay. Cause I was like, but did they burn everybody's house down? Why did they know that she was the one that had it? Like, I don't know. There's plot holes. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention. I don't know. Right. Right. But the thing is, she was knowledgeable. She was ignorant to a lot of things, but she also still thought that she could have this low key life. It reminds me, and I stopped reading the series, but it used to be my favorite. By Victoria Aveyard, Red Queen, Red Princess, Red Queen, that series, and um, the part that I stopped reading, I think it was the third book, because the main girl, she has these powers, and she was with the prince. They just fought to save the kingdom, to overthrow the monarchy, the brother, whatever. And the prince is like, okay, so now we have to rebuild the kingdom. And she's like, we can't run off into the sunset. He's like, nigga, what? We just literally overthrew them. Who do you think is about to lead? Who you think is about to really fix the society, redo the laws, the infrastructure, the people that may have died while we were fighting? Who's going to give them food, shelter? And then she literally was like, so he was like proposed. I forgot his name, but he was proposing the idea of marrying one of the noble princesses from the other noble houses, just for legality's sake. Literally, homegirl was gay. She was a material. She was one of the girls. Okay. And she was going to have her shorty on the side. And he was like, okay, you and I can still be together, but we're just legally married for the sake of let's fix the kingdom. And shorty literally ran away as if she was being oppressed. That was the last book I read with the Red Queen series, and I just could not. That's what it's giving me. The fact that she was ignorant to certain things, but she always knew that she was going to be the queen. And so for her to be like, okay, I'm going to sew this last dress and run off into the sunset. For who told you that? Yeah. We could have, you know what they could have did? We could have had an extra point of view of what was his name? The king of the other kingdom. We could have had his point of view or something. We're gonna talk about Cameron in a minute. It was a lot. But it's like, okay, so if it's all for the sequel, what is this book? What's this book? Ah, okay. I didn't even see the fan art. The girl, why is I'm telling you, she wanted to be Addie LaRue so bad. So bad. Girl. And even Addie LaRue wasn't really a devil plot either. But it's like, why? Why are we doing devil plot? What? It was too much. It was entirely too much. Poor little Alice. And here's the thing: you would think that if she went through all this, she would have moments where, like, maybe she accidentally beat up her employers or somebody like that. No, she was literally like so low key. And then she had like, I don't want to say that she had OCD, but she was very particular about her room being a certain type of way. Alice, it was just weird for me. And I know a lot of people like y'all liked her because the only other options were Cameron, but it was just something that, like, it was a dramatized like ignorance to the point where it's like, oh, so you're dumb. She's just a bit daft. You know what I mean? An airhead. Like, there's nothing up there. That's the only thing that really, really, really bothered me. Even, and we're gonna go back to this later, but the fact that she was so trusting of, yes, him, Cyrus. She can't read the room at the end where she was like, "Did Hazan send you?" Read the fucking room. Read the room. You just blew up his cover. Girl. Hey, Munira too. I actually kind of liked Hazan. That was a plot twist that I was not expecting. That was the one part of the book I was like, oh, wow, a plot. Because she had to do a little something to twist it. So that was cool, but she quickly did nothing. It bothered me so much. It bothered me so. That's what made me hate her. I hate bitches that play dumb. People that are really dumb, okay, you're joking. You're joking. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Why would you say that? Yes, Cyrus or Hazan having a point of view and us getting to see what Hazan's life was like sneaking and being a spy would have been genius. Seeing how even having moments where, like, if you're gonna give us a love square, and I'm not a love triangle or polyamory type of girl, but give us something. I would have ate that up if we had Cameron's point of view, we had Cyrus's point of view, and no, but honestly, if we had Cyrus's point of view, we would have had the devil talking, and I'm not into it. I'm telling her, she put it in the next book. I'm airing her shit out. I'm putting her on blast. I'm putting her on blast. I'm calling the Council of Islamic Relief. I'm calling Iqra. Like, I'm putting her on blast. But if we would have had also like Hazan's point of view and him thinking about remembering when they were kids and what it's like navigating that, like, just would have been so much more instead of everybody's favorite character, Cameron. Right. The fact that he found out first book, if anything, I feel like finding out the only person that could have found out that Hazan was a spy should have been Cyrus. If Cyrus found out, he could have used that as leverage. Oh my gosh, ow. He could have used that as leverage over Hazan and the kingdom in general. That tension would have been like everything, bro. Mayo, I just feel like I'm gonna spoil it because I know you're not gonna read it. I don't know why at the end of the book did Cyrus come get Eliza. So, Cyrus is, I don't know if you got to the point where they were talking about the other kingdom they were beefing with. He's the prince or king of the other kingdom. This nigga came with a dragon. The dragon broke through the party. And she hopped on the dragon's back like this was Shrek and rode off and was like, the devil sent me. And Cyrus was like, the devil sent me to get you. And that's how the book ended. So yeah, I have a few more questions about what was going on. A dragon? Yeah. Yeah. A dragon. But where Mayana, I have to know where the dragon came from. I have to know what the dragon is doing. I just don't understand. Can you imagine throwing in a dragon, somebody having the ability to teleport, and some ice eyes to say that this is a fantasy book? Because there was nothing else. There was nothing else that was fantastical. There was no magic. That she could go invisible, that somebody could teleport. She had ice blue colored contacts and a dragon at the end. And she said, boom, fantasy. Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? Are you not embarrassed? She would have ruined it for sure. He just, oh my God. We're going to get into Cameron in like 3 seconds because I know the girlies have so much to say. Please start with your Cameron thoughts. Like I said in the Discord, I didn't have a lot of beef with Cameron because, and I'm not going to lie, I was skimming when Taherah Mafi was doing her stuff, her nonsense. I started skimming. I said, yeah, I'm not doing this with you. I need to finish this book for the book club. Like, here you go with your nonsense. And when he was just talking, I was like, yeah. Flip. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Alize, her eyes. Oh my gosh, I think she's a spy. But wait, no, I'm in love with her. Oh my gosh, wow, I'm so oppressed. I'm a prince. Oh my God, wow. My mom's a psychopath who's always trying to kill me, throwing plates at me. That's all I got from him. So I just felt like at least he had a very strong character. He was a very strong character in regards to like, to hate him implies, I feel like, that she put some type of thought into him. Was he a good character? No. Was he well thought out? No. But the only person she applied the only part of the book that had any type of thought, effort, like a real personality, even if personality was him being an asshole and a spoiled prince, was Cameron. Like, Alize was a dunk. Cyrus wasn't there. Hassan was like, that's the only reason why I could deal with Cameron. Because it's like, okay, he's the only person like that feels like a character to me, if that makes sense. No, literally. Okay, what did he say in the book that was so misogynistic? Like, when I tell you I missed it, when I tell you I didn't read it, I can't tell you what he said ever. Other than him kept telling him, he literally said, you know what, him being, first of all, not just misogynist or racist. He was like, there's something about that girl. She's evil. She's a spy. Told her grandfather and literally spent the rest of the book and she was being hunted for her life. Set assassins to try to kill her. She killed the assassins with scissors. And her grandfather was like, you see? Magic tools. A pincushion. Oh, I'll say this. Come on. That took me out. I can't deal with it, bro. I just can't. That's Mayana. I literally said that's the best part of the book. The best part of the book was the fact that she sewed. I was like, that's cute. It was giving Cinderella, actually. Why has nobody made that comparison before our live, obviously? Like, I didn't see anybody in the reviews talking about Cinderella. People talking about Game of Thrones. It's giving Cinderella and Harry Potter put together. It's very weird. I didn't know dragons exist. Please. Yo, sent me, bro. Oh my God. Please. Here's the thing. Even, and I said this in the Discord, the romance was insta-lovey, but I kind of ate it up. I love a man who look at a woman and is in love with her. And it's like, he literally barely kissed her and was like, tell me right now, I won't marry none of these bitches. None of them. Tell me right now, I'll throw them all out. He said, let's run away together. Runaway love. I don't know. Something about that really speaks to me because I feel like that's how it should be. I like reading about men that are like head over heels about a woman. I can say that it would have pissed me off if she was head over heels about him. She wasn't. She was just like, oh, he cute. She was like, nobody's ever made me feel this way before. Hold on, I'm a bad bitch. Hold on. And I was like, live, eat that up, honey. Eat it up. Right. I love the tension also of Cyrus. I'm telling you, I want to love Square. I don't even like polyamory. Give me a love square. A love square. I don't even know if that was a square. Give it to me. Give it to me. I want it. We need something. And I promise you, like, and Taherah Mafi, if you read Shatter Me, the one thing I hated about her, I don't know if this happened in her contemporaries, but in Shatter Me with Adam and Warren, yeah, um, Juliet was with Adam, and very Sarah J. Maas, Tamlin, and Reeson and Feyre, like all of a sudden, like the main two that are together were fine, and then the guy does something completely out of character just to push the main girl to the other guy. Taherah Mafi did it first, and I hated it. She lit Adam and Warner. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry to spoil, but Adam and Warner in her first book, they were brothers, half brothers, and Adam was with Juliet. They were living their best life, but you could tell that Taherah Mafi wanted Juliet with Warner. So she made Adam physically abusive. Like this nigga yoked her up and left like marks on her. So she has a history of the romance being all over the place. I just feel like go just lean into it. This is the only thing I know about. If we're gonna get anything from Taherah Mafi, we're gonna get mess, and I just want it. At this point, I don't expect the plot. Put a dragon, put a fairy. I wouldn't be some other surprise if it was some werewolves in here. I don't know. Just I don't know. Just put something. Not 11 being like, give me a page count, please. Give me a page count. None. Yo, what? His relationship with his mother vividly reminded me, if y'all watch Hunter x Hunter, about Killua and his mom. Weird. If you watch Hunter x Hunter, yeah. It was corny, but like I think towards the middle of the book, I was just vibing. I was just laughing at the book. You know what I mean? I was just like, okay, dragon, yeah. Okay. Insta love, yeah. She can't write though. She can't write. I'm so sorry. Okay, can we get into his grandfather? Why is everybody so dramatic in this book? Let me read these comments first. No, we're gonna get into it. It was. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my God. And the ball. Yes, a whole ball. Why was the ball the last 30 minutes of the book? I'm so sorry to bring up our book for this month, The Love of My Life. The fact that it's right next to me. When I tell you we got in the desert, I remember reading. It was 30% of the book we were already in the desert. Let's keep. Why was the ball the last 3 pages? Come on. Bro. Can you imagine? And here's the thing, the girlies were gonna ask, like they asked in her other books, was her contemporary the fact that she had this Muslim girl thrown in her whole life for this white man based off of her relationship? She was like, no, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. Allah forgive me. I can't stand her. I can't. Oh my God. Maybe that's why Ransom Riggs wanted her. He never met a Muslim girl before, even though she was very white. She did. Mafi. No, literally. Do you remember how Kula's mom was so obsessed with him, but she was like always like trying to hurt him? That's literally what it gives. Just weird. Oh my God. Okay. We're gonna get into it. But okay, let's talk about the drama of the book. The first example of drama was the fact that Cameron immediately thought that Eliza was a spy. Not that she was just poor. Not that she was maybe just a liar. Not a thief. That she was a spy. Okay. Then he tells his grandfather. His grandfather doesn't say she's just a spy. His grandfather says she's the hidden queen to take over the kingdom. She must die. Because Alize was going to the grocery store. Okay. And then, even with her employers, she dropped water, and Shorty literally fired her and tried to beat her up. When Cameron was defending her after they were beating her up, they wrote articles in the whole town and the newspapers were saying that he's a sissy boy. Then he looks at Alizé, is like, I need to marry you. Like, she meets Cyrus and it's like, oh my gosh, bestie Westie. Oh my gosh, you're gonna come save me. We get to the ball. Okay. We get to the ball. And instead of just like a normal emotional outburst or whatever, it's not that the king is a little crooked. He's literally he's literally they were saying that he's so in touch with his emotions. He's so emotional. He's so because he didn't want her to die for spilling water. Okay. Then we get to the thing. They expose the big plot. And the big plot was that the grandpapa was taking the kids off the street and killing them and taking like their blood or whatever pact he had with the devil to keep him young, and had a snake in his shoulder. A snake in his shoulder. Okay? And to tie it all up with a bow, when she runs away, she doesn't run away on a horse. She doesn't run away by foot with her slipper. She runs away on a dragon sent by the devil. Why was this book so dramatic? What was the reason for everything was like, this book is and Mayana, you know what I mean? This book was the epitome of like if a cancer wrote it. Like everything is so dramatic. Like when I just recounted to y'all the whole book. Why? Why did we? Shorty said that there was a time she was so hungry, and so thirsty. She drank water from like a well or something. It was dirty water. She was paralyzed for 3 weeks. Oh my god! This boy, when she went to the grocery store, was trying to rob her. And instead of just trying to rob her and take her stuff, this 14-year-old slit her throat. I just don't understand why everything in this book was so dramatic. Why? 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 That Cameron is like, Grandpa, I made a mistake. She's not a spy. Grandpa's like, let. I don't want to hear it. She has to die. Cameron's like, you know what? Mashallah, halas. He's the king. He's in charge. Man, I like it. I don't like it, but I'm going to let it rock. They send the guards to get Alizé. She kills them with pincushions, okay, with some scissors. And instead of talking to his grandson about it, the king sent his guards to beat him up and put him in the dungeon for the rest of his life. And when Cameron was like, Grandpa, what did I do? His grandma said, you already know what you did. He's like, Grandpa don't even want to tell him what he did. He's like, you're going to insult me by saying I can, you don't know? He's like, Grandpappy, I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. His grandpa's like, you sent guards to help her, and that's why my guards are dead. He's like, no, I didn't. He's like, you're going to lie to me? He's like, she's not dead? I thought you killed her today. Grandpa's like, hold on. You look like you're telling the truth. Cameron's like, you really thought I was that much of a punk bitch that I was going to sit here and try to defy you? Like, and remember, because Cameron, part of his character is like he's a punk. He is. But he was like, you thought I was going to defy you? Grandpa was like, you're not that type of guy anyway. But I just had to be sure. Locked him up. Another example. Cameron was allergic to, he was wearing these clothes made out of silk that his mom would make him wear. He wasn't just like, the silk wasn't just annoying. It was rubbing on his skin so much he had a rash from silk. Silk. This was the most dramatic book. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like, I'm just like So dramatic. Dramatic. Yo. Nothing. We didn't even hear that the kids were going missing. Here's the thing. This is how I know that she can't write, and I could have wrote it. Smile. Why didn't the little boy that tried to kill Alizé, that she saved, that the whole kingdom was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, saved by the prince, why didn't he go missing? To show that the kids are being taken off the streets. Why wouldn't he go missing? A character that we've been introduced to, that we've been kind of made to sympathize with, he starts empathizing with, he starts bonding with Alizé. Why wouldn't he go missing? I didn't even know the kids were missing. Oh my God. Just literally, Adam would be like, yeah, I'm going to kill you. Assalamu alaikum? Is that how we say hello? From this, bro. Oh my God. Like, what? Wherever she was getting this water from. Oh my God. Oh my God. Can we just take 5? Can everybody just take 5? Inhale, exhale. Like the book was. I'm just. Oh my God. The book is in the title. I'm screaming. Like, why? Like, what is going on? What? The silk had gold woven in it. It was called This Woven Kingdom because Shorty knows how to sew. Why don't she sew herself some power, some magic? Sew herself a fucking castle. I don't know. Oh my God. Just like ridiculously bad. Like she made it worse than I thought it was going to be. I'm telling you, they didn't even. If that little boy went missing, it would have been crazy. Because imagine, little boy goes missing, and Cameron is interested in finding out because he saved the little boy, and Alizé is interested in finding out because she also, like, they build some type of relationship with each other. Can you imagine their relationship and like Cameron and Alizé getting closer through trying to find out who's taking these kids? I don't know. Maybe I should just write the book. I don't know. This is inspiring me to start my book though, because if she could get published and have Cassandra Clare do the blurb, yeah. Let me write my little thing, my little hook, because oh my God, I'm not even trying to be funny. Why Alizé having dreams and the devil was standing in the corner talking about Mary had a little lamb? I'm sorry. What was this book? Oh my God, I'm so happy I'm done. Oh my God, like this book was crazy. And the fact that it has an average 4.09 on this moving on Goodreads. Oh my God. Like what? A gold elegy, and you're a king, a prince. Let's all, you know what? We'll do NaNoWriMo together, and we'll get it done because I don't understand what's going on. And I remember I started this book. Y'all remember I started it because I read before I go to bed. I started the book at 1:00 in the morning. I had to close it. Imagine my surprise that they're mentioning him by name. Like, I don't know if in no, yeah. In like Christian, like in the Bible, I think the devil's name was Lucifer. In Islam, his name is Iblis. Why are we giving him a name? Why are we referring to him as his? Why? What are we doing? The book was just Oh yeah, a magic tattoo on his belly. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm scared that in the next book he's gonna have lines. He's gonna have a line, and that's where I'm gonna draw the line. You're gonna lose me. No, no, no. Why? Why is the devil sending you? Like what? And once again, I didn't sign up for Addie LaRue. I didn't. The minute she did that, I would tell her to take that turban off. Yeah, come up out of it. Yeah, give it, pass it to me. Take it off. No, I'm not doing it. Yeah, he's gonna have. Can you imagine? They bring the dragon where to the devil. I'm not doing this with her. I'm not. Um, Once again, I think Cassandra Clare is getting paid for these blurbs, and I hope it was a cute bag because she's a liar. I'm glad I didn't buy it physically. The cover, the book is stunning though. I actually would buy it physically just for the cover. Like I would display that on a shelf. I mean, I have a shelf, yeah, I know that. But if I did, I would display the book because it's stunning. I actually want to do like some makeup look inspired by it. Like it's a very pretty cover. Like no, no, like I don't even have anything else to say. Like the book was dramatic. It was all over the place. There was no plot. Okay, what are other predictions y'all have for the second book? Um, the cover is so pretty. That's why I was reading it too. I was really like, okay, if I love it, I'm gonna get it. It's so pretty, and she could do so much with the colors. Like this is gold. The next one she could switch the color, be red. I don't know. Like it's really cute. And all okay. Let's read. Um, while y'all are bringing up your thoughts for the second book, I'm gonna start reading reviews. Can you imagine? Not pulling us about Taherah. Not pull. Wait, but not their name starting with the same letter. I don't want to spoil it because some of the girls are not read it and burn ashes. But that's how you do a twist. That's how you do yo. So about Taherah, the I'm sorry, this is not about her. But when I read that, girl, that's how you do a twist. That's how you reveal a character. Oh my god. Oh. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Which is gonna be sad because I feel like by introducing Cyrus, she takes away and exposing Hazan, she takes away from the fact that he was her only friend as a child, which I feel like would have been a necessary plot for Eliza because she didn't have anybody in her whole adult life. She's just been struggling. So it would have been nice to see her have a friend before seeing her jump into this relationship, you know? And it's just Cyrus and Cameron are just gonna be like the ego fest. Like it's just gonna be so annoying. Mayana, did you like Addie LaRue, or were you the person that I saw that didn't like Addie LaRue? Mm. Oh yeah, 100%. I'm gonna try. I have to keep. I have to keep it in because that's a twist. She, mm, yeah, it was you. I was like, yeah, yes. You don't remember when she hasn't first introduced himself to her, and he was like, I don't know if you remember me. My parents were just humble workers of your parents, but we used to play like chess together. And she was like, were you my friend? Yeah. No, but can we talk about how, but in the publishing industry, they're the biggest. What's it called? They play the biggest catfish games and the biggest clickbait. It shouldn't even be legal. I think somebody should start suing them. I'm sorry, I'm not saying sue the authors, but don't say the book is like this to get people to buy it, and that's not what the book is about. That's misleading, and people are spending their money. Mm. Oh yeah, the aunt was weird. The aunt was like, he would be like, "Oh my gosh, auntie, you look so nice." She's like, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" It would have been so cute. Can you imagine? What the thing with Hazard? No, that was like when they met. Just so okay. Oh my god. Let's get to yo, couldn't even. So Azanta said, wait, this was actually so good. She gave it 5 stars. She said, ignore anyone who says this is like Game of Thrones, though, because very much not true at all. This book is a straight up fairy tale slash retelling with very, very strong Cinderella vibes. No fairy tale, just Cinderella, but in the best way. Truly, I enjoyed this from start to finish, and that's saying a lot because I don't love any of Taherah Mafi's other books. I want book 2 now. This is a Persian YA fantasy through and through. Us on top. That one is going to be, we're reading it this month. And so I want to say that that's going to be in another 3-4 weeks. Probably first or second week of July. I feel like, Mayana, you'll read it so fast. It's everything that City of Brass and We Hunt the Flame was supposed to give. And that's very bold of me to say that because the girlies love City of Brass and We Hunt the Flame. I liked We Hunt the Flame. I loved We Free the Stars. But it's if you think about like a good desert fantasy book, I haven't read one, but I'm telling you, this is, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. We're getting there. How much do I have left? I'm almost done. Also, my bookmark kind of matches the book really well. It gives you like Bedouin vibes. I got this from Comic-Con, my first Comic-Con. Isn't it cute? By a Muslim artist. It's not fair. Like, cut it out. You know who else? She should pull a Tomi Adeyemi. I don't know if y'all should have read Children of Blood and Bone and Children of Virtue and Vengeance. It's been 30 years since those came out. Y'all need to read it before the movie anyway. And I'm not trying to spoil it, but the people that read it, y'all already know that Tomi Adeyemi did something that I've never seen in a YA book before in regards to her love interest. Like, she introduced somebody as the love interest, and I'm gonna just say they didn't stay that way. I'm not gonna tell what happened to him or their relationship, but it didn't stay that way, and I've just never seen that done in a YA book, and I wish more people did it. Because literally in my copy of Children of Blood and Bone, I wrote, "I hate Enon. I hope he dies." Like, with my handwriting. My children would read that. Yeah, hate him. I think I wrote "kill that nigga" too. Also, okay, the writing style isn't bad. It's just that the dramatic stuff is for some people. If you like the lyrical, Laini Taylor type of writing, magical realism, whatever, you like it. No, okay. I feel like should I just spoil it? I don't feel like it. Y'all don't have to get into it. Basically, she was with Enon. Zelle was with Enon. Zaylee was with Enon in the first book, and what had happened was, in the second, in the first book, we're introduced to somebody else, this other character, and he's not there a lot, but he's kind of present a little bit. And then in the second book, in the first book, Zaylee and Enon had a little thing, whatever. But by the second book, or like the third book, they literally are not only are they not together, but she's with somebody else. And like completely, I feel like it was different though, because you can tell that Enon was never going to be endgame with Zaylee. And what I liked about what Tomi Adeyemi did that Sarah J. Maas didn't and Taherah Mafi didn't was that instead of just being like, let me create something to make them break up, Enon's nonsense was very consistent with who he was, if that makes sense. He didn't act out a character to get Zaylee to break up with him. She just got to her lap. You know what I mean? It felt like 3 books. Oh my gosh. But she just got to a point where she was just like, okay, yeah, I'm on my last straw. I can't deal with it no more. I'm not doing this with you. And it was really like, it was like a teachable learning moment. I just feel like it wasn't so abrupt. It was very, like, it just made sense. Like, Inan had a choice to make. And the first book, the second book, we were hoping that he would make the right choice. And he didn't. And Zaylee stood on her shit and was like, yeah. And I said, you keep doing this, I'm out. And she did. I love that. It just felt more like out of a place of her having respect for herself. And like I said, not just like in Shatter Me, Adam literally, like, physically assaulted Juliet. And same thing with Sarah J. Maas. Like, Feyre was literally kidnapped. So yeah, I just really like the way she did it. I hate Inan. I hated him so much. There was potential there, but I know that Inan was never supposed to be with Zaylee, and the difference is, like, with Shatter Me and Sarah J. Maas books, like, everybody was fine. Like, Feyre and Tamlin were fine. You know, Adam and Juliet were fine until they weren't. Yeah. Okay. And then she said, I'm fine. I'm glad to see that Taherah is finally embracing the culture and not writing for the white gaze anymore. I don't buy it. It has Islamic influences regarding the history of jinn, which is very exciting to read. What about the devil, Azanta? I'm gonna DM her about this. The fairy tales that this reminded me of were Cinderella, Rumpelstiltskin, and Aladdin. I get the Aladdin vibes. My honest review is funny because I literally said the same thing. She said DNF at 35%. I'm sorry, but this was so boring. I was interested in the world building, but I was bored when I started the book, and then there was still no plot by 35%. It really confused me how a fantasy book could have no plot almost 200 pages into the book. It's clear to me she hasn't grown from her Shatter Me days, which also was boring and barely had a plot. Literally. And I literally commented, I was like, I just finished and it remained boring with no plot. I don't know what the fuck I just read. 100%. You're sick. Was the culture the language? I guess. I guess it was the language and, like, the physical descriptions of the people. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. Is it just me? I was thinking about Alizé as Hannah the Clockwork Reader, who's also Persian. That's just all I was thinking about, which helped because I feel like when she was describing, she was, oh, curly hair, pale skin. I was like, yeah, Hannah. What? Was anybody else thinking Hannah? Yes. Even though she's very white passing. I don't even know. I don't know. But in regards to the Stardust Thief, I feel like the only thing that you may not like about the Stardust Thief is the fact that it leans closer to YA. Like, they're like 21, 22, but it leans closer to YA in the fact of, like, it's simple, but it's simple done beautifully, if that makes sense. So it has, like, the death part, death and gore in a sense are always a part of adult books, but it's not like complex adult fantasies. That's why I said I did like a mini review on Instagram, which I never do of books anymore. But I was saying that if you're somebody like me who find adult fantasies daunting, like the Brandon Sandersons and the N.K. Jemisin books, like if they're just too much for you because it's like so complex or whatever, any of the other Orbit books, basically, I feel like this is a good introduction to adult fantasy. It reads very YA, but not reads YA. But yeah, like, I mean, it's simple in regards to, like, nothing crazy. It's not like you have to sit here and, like, pinpoint on a map and understand magic system and that type of way. I really ate it up, and it reminded me of what I loved from YA books, YA fantasy books, if that makes sense. Me neither. I'm excited. I'm so happy to almost finish, but I'm so sad. And I was showing y'all this in the Discord, but there's like little tales throughout the book. And I didn't know this because I wasn't reading the physical copy for a minute. I was just reading it on my Kindle because I've been traveling. But every tale or story has these pages, which I think is so cute. I love that. It's so cute. Yeah, no, they don't act. This book gives me Aladdin vibes 100%. It's inspired by the 40 Nights, the Arabian Nights. This book definitely gives me Aladdin vibes. One of my mutuals on Goodreads said, "I'll be the first to say that I am a Taherah Mafi stan." Questionable. They said she owns me, body and soul. Yeah, get it back. Make that deal with the devil to get your soul back. No. Anytime I hear she's coming out with a new book, I always get it, but I won't lie, I was nervous for this one. For two reasons. This is her first YA series outside of Shatter Me, which I just feel like, I'm so sorry. I need these adult writers. I mean, all the authors of books are adults, but I need them to like grow up. The fact that y'all want to stick with YA forever is a bit annoying. And I'm going to get back to the review in a second. I'm also reading this. Left from Mecca to Medina. And I'm at 50%, almost like 45. Don't drag me. Smile, don't drag me. Don't drag me. I'm not saying it's bad, but Love from Mecca to Medina takes place 4 years after Love from A to Z. In Love from A to Z, they were 17. You have adults who are married. One of them is literally in law school, and it's written as a YA book. Let's just grow up a bit. I'm not saying the book is bad. I'm interested. I like it. And they're talking about important topics, navigating marriage life as young people who still have your careers and da-da-da-da. But you can't really get into the communication issues, the insecurities that comes up when you're married and stuff like that. You can't get into the marital issues that deep because the book is written for 14-year-olds. So she's brushing on a lot of these topics that I really think are interesting and are important. And like, I would want to read this when I'm married because I'm like, oh, like, it's real, but she don't go, it's very surface. She don't go as deep as she could because it's YA. You know what I mean? I don't think there's anything wrong with S.K. Ali's writing. I think she just needs to age up. Like when I think about the Eid gift, I thought that was like a cute NA, like new adult little preview. I thought it was cute. I wish this book was new adult. Zainab is literally 23 years old in law school. Why is this book available for 14-year-olds to read? That's what's throwing me. So I'm just saying, I wish some authors would just, let's grow up. Let's like another example, Cassandra Clare. Why are all Cassandra Clare books young adult? I don't know. Why are we reading about Clarion Jace from the eyes of 16-year-olds? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why we're doing this. I don't get it. Okay, back to review. I'm sorry, but she's like, considering how, okay, whatever. Thankfully, Taherah reminded me why, even though she may stumble from time to time, stand up, she remains one of my top favorite authors. Lord, ever. Like, the woman knows how to write. Mind you, the title of my review is I'm convinced sis doesn't know how to write. That's hilarious. I don't care what you have to say about it. I have a lot to say. This is my first time reading a fantasy book involving jinns. I think I'm one of the few readers who hasn't read City of Brass. I still really enjoyed it. Only slight issue I had was with the romance. I didn't entirely buy it since from jump the prince didn't trust her and wanted to give up everything to her. It was very sudden, but it wasn't too bad. Okay. Eamon read it. Ivan read it, and I'm just like, and y'all know people eat up her reviews, and I have no shade towards this, but I be seeing her reviews on Goodreads, and I think I can trust her. And I realized that she comes from the age of book talk, and they hype up everything. So I have to like really adjust my expectations. Oh my gosh! Wait, did you read it? No. Don't watch that one. That one was hard. We were struggling. Don't watch that one. No, you have to start it. You have to start it. You have to start it immediately. I'm still really loving it, like, so much. Not that. Please. That's when I listen to the audiobook. And that's my problem. Just heal. Let's just grow up a little bit. Yeah. Yes. Right. That's my issue. The book is not bad. It's just a bit juvenile. Literally, in the last hours, they're married. They're married. Can we grow up? Even though I feel like her prequel books read very adult, because I feel like at the time kids just weren't really allowed to be kids. Like, for some reason, they seem a bit older to me, except for no, they were married at young ages. They seem a bit older to me than like Clary and Jace did when City of Bones came out. But I just feel like, Cassie, they're married. Like, why are we doing fade to black? I'm not saying we got let's get it on. I'm not saying that, but it's a bit like, I'm grown, and you have to acknowledge that your fan base is growing up with these characters. Why is everybody 16? Forever? I feel like, why did she write it if she wasn't going to give us marriage? If she wasn't going to give us the marital issues? If she wasn't going to really dig deep? You know what I mean? And I just feel like it's surface. It's not that. And maybe if I read it when I was 18, I would have got my life. As a 23-year-old who's in these streets, y'all know I'm outside, I just have a bit more expectations, you know? And I thought that this would have been really good to read at this time of me even trying to navigate potentially getting married or whatever. It just, you know. Also, I'm very convinced, and SK Ali told me this a few years ago, not in so many words, but basically she always told me that, like, my Jenna kind of reminds her of me. Like, I remind her of Jenna in regards to like style and stuff. And so in this book, Jenna's in it for like a little bit. And Jenna has a septum ring. Sajda, am I the inspo? Am I the inspo? Tell me right now. She always gives 5 stars. It was okay. It was okay. No. Listen. Okay. I'm said, okay, this is not that live show. I'm not trying to drag anybody, but, and this is a Sincerely Sunday conversation. I will just add that non-Black Muslim people just be annoyingly inappropriate for shock value from white people is weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. Because you don't talk like this around your parents. It's weird. It's weird. Taherah Mafi put her whole Tahussy into this. I mean, you're a virgin. Okay. This was 40 chapters of badassy, ecstasy, and euphoria. This book single-handedly cured my depression. You clearly weren't that depressed. It's been a hot minute since I picked up a fantasy book, and after reading this one, I won't be able to get enough. This shit was gold. Why are we cursing every sentence? The writing, immaculate. The characters, I would die for them. You're dying for Cameron? Okay. And his auntie? And his grandpa? Okay. Taherah, if you don't drop book 2 immediately, and then threatened her with a knife. Right. I was here for every minute of the book. From the Persian mythology that was woven into... Where was the... I'm not saying I'm Persian, okay? I have watched every season of Shahs of Sunset that since it started. I'm not Persian, though. I see it. I don't see it. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't. And it's all for the white gays because you don't talk like that. You don't talk like that. Tahussy. Was it funny? Because you wouldn't say the real word that starts with a P. But okay. Yeah. Okay, we're not done yet. The Persian fantasy, the lush romance. Lush. I was not disappointed once. Our main girl, Eliza, badass to say the least. Badass. Badass, you say. Badass. Who was literally getting slapped up by her boss because she killed somebody with some scissors. All right. Cameron deserves the effing world. The way Cameron is falling hard for Eliza. You have consumed my thoughts since the moment I met you. I feel now in your presence entirely strange. I think I might fetch you the moon if only to spare your tears again. He didn't know her name when he said that. I'm going to add. This book reminded me why the forbidden love trope is my favorite. We get this knife to the throat scene that had me screaming into the night sky. Speak the truth now or I will slit your throat is a love language. Taherah deserves to get her ass ate for publishing this masterpiece. Not gonna lie, ma'am is that bitch. But if me, a Black woman who speaks AAVE, who grew up actually hearing people quote unquote speak vulgar or curse, and as somebody who naturally curses a lot, if I get on my videos and start speaking like this, the internet, they would write a fatwa about me. I wouldn't be allowed to go to Saudi Arabia. Okay. Right. 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 Okay. Let me see some. I want to see a bad one. Cameron is Warner in another universe if he had better parents. Cameron didn't have parents. His mom tried to kill him, and his dad was dead. How was he better than what? Oh my gosh, I can't even explain how much I love this book. I went into this with high expectations. Shadow Me is one of my favorite series. Not only did I love the third-person writing style, but the world building was great. What world? Cameron, Eliza, and every other character, like Miss Huda. Oh my! I didn't talk about Miss Huda. Yeah, somebody should have killed her. Somebody should have killed her. I was waiting for her to die. To die. For her to be in that party so loud, talking about, yeah, he transported me using magic. After literally, Eliza made Cyrus take the thing off of her tongue to stop her from speaking, and for her to open her mouth and keep talking nonsense. Oh my god! 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 Like, what? She literally needed to die. Okay. Miss Huda had amazing characters and detailed storylines. I loved Eliza. She had such an amazing backstory with so much mystery. Cameron's position in the book as the nice prince. The romance was good. Not a slow burn. Love at first sight. Okay. Plot twist was great. No idea who the love interest will be since we have so many options. Okay. Ooh, let me read Kat's 1-star review. Oh, Kat went off. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Kat went off. Kat said, and the Oscar for Best Actress in the new exciting drama, managing not to throw this book repeatedly against a wall, goes to Kat. Okay, whatever. White people are weird. The fact that this book was promoted as the explosive first book in an epic romantic trilogy inspired by Persian mythology without ever disclosing that it is your basic rags to riches Cinderella story shows the marketing team was very good at their job, meaning they knew exactly how to sell this as something new and original, even though we've been fed stories like this 100 times over. True. Published in 2022, This Woven Kingdom read like a novel that came out of and should have been forgotten in about 2012. Yes, Taherah Mafi literally is living in 2012 and in this post 9/11 trauma porn world. I don't get it. Let me give you an accurate, spoiler-free synopsis. Set in a patriarchal society, white people love throwing that shit around. This novel is about an obnoxious, spoiled princeling who, through the course of the book and by meeting a special girl destined to become queen and overthrow his family, realizes that monarchy is an unfair class-based system profiting off of the hard, underpaid, and unpaid labor of the working class. What he doesn't realize is that women perhaps aren't objects and that servants and lower class citizens maybe deserve some rights too. It's not that the author took a very traditional Western fairy tale and let it play out in a Persian-inspired setting. Our fairy tales are long overdue for a more diverse intersectional overhaul. Any kind of retelling set in a different society is welcome, but can we please then at least make those retellings worth telling? If we have to bear yet another YA Cinderella retelling, can people at least bring something new to the table? It surely seems an almost insurmountable task given that this book presents its readers with all those things you have already read time and time again. The servant girl is bullied, disregarded, beaten by the evil housekeeper, the same servant girl who has magic and can sew beautiful gowns but knows she can never wear them, the prince who doesn't want to become king and carry all the responsibilities. You have to understand no one in his life understands him. Women are all either simpering stupid little princesses or evil just like his mother. But lo and behold, there's one girl so beautiful, so mesmerizing, so enthralling that he falls head over heels in love with her at first sight. But she is forbidden. She is an enemy of the state. Don't you understand? She could be his family's downfall. Blah, blah, blah. And it's not just the insane lameness and utter unoriginality of the plot, but the book was low-key steeped in misogyny. I know a lot of y'all was talking about this. Except for our special self-insert 17-year-old main character, Eliza, there is not a single, and I'm not exaggerating here, likable female character. Except for one girl, Miss Huda, portrayed as stupid, spoiled, easy to scare, whatever, that Eliza befriends towards the end of the novel. Every woman in this book is downright nasty. The main character doesn't have any female friends, no female role models. Eliza's mistress treats her like garbage, blah, blah, blah. On top of that, Cameron does nothing but belittle every woman that he meets except for Eliza. All the princesses courting him are stupid, gold-digging little creatures. His mother is barely in the book, and of course she is sort of insane. Now, if you like your romance is well-developed, well-seasoned, and with a good Pennsylvania, please. With a good dash of character development, this is absolutely not the book for you. This was served a lukewarm insta-love with a whiff of love triangle. They see each other once and already can't stop thinking about each other. They see each other twice and already they're madly in love and obsessed. Aside from the messy plot, the pile upon pile of discarded YA tropes that I thought we left in the last decade, aside from the flat main character and unfeeling, rather repugnant male love interest, there was the writing. Yeah, I know, the lyrical writing, right? Okay. This has the exact same vibe as letting everyone in House of Gucci speak English, but with an Italian accent because they're Italian. Okay. Dear Academy, friends, family, and fellow readers, it is a great pleasure that I accept this award, as you surely understand that it took immense self-composure and strength to act in managing not to throw this book repeatedly against the wall. Okay, yeah. It's white people trying to be funny. They're not that funny, but her review was a drag, and I agree 100%. It was bad. Not somebody saying if there's any characters like Julia or Adam, I'm gonna shoot myself. Right. Yeah. This is lying. The thing is, like, the people that are saying the book was good, like, I don't know. And the fact that y'all are, I'm not saying adults can't read YA. I'm saying that y'all are adults that have read good YA and you're still like, this is what we're doing. Okay. And Eliza wasn't even perfect. She was even that, like, the beauty in her was that she was so powerful and so strong, but she didn't use it. She was so weak and so small. Like, girl, please. Excuse me. Yeah, Cat was going in. Ooh, somebody else gave it. Why do the white readers on Goodreads talk so much? The book was poorly done. The characters could have been intriguing. The mythology could have been better. The writing style was jarring, overindulgent. There wasn't an example of incredible writing. This was an example of writing trying so painfully hard to be impressive that it completely takes you out of the story. I felt like I was reading a creative writing prompt to rewrite completely normal scenes as if you were a slightly drunken Shakespeare without the talent and 10 times more dramatic. That's me trying not to mention the fact that the moon was described as pockmarked and reminiscent of spider sacks. Didn't like Cameron. No character development. World building was skimmed over. Overall, I really hated this. I wanted to love it. As I said, I'm not familiar with Persian mythology, so I don't know about the deal with the devil eating the brains of children aspect comes from. I wish there'd been a warning for that before reading the book. Even the non-Muslims are shook about the devil. That's insane. Bro, oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. And was she killed people with some scissors? And that's what you come on. Oh my God. I'm not bothered by much, but that was just so vile. I actually felt a wave of nausea. Yeah. Yeah. Like somebody said when I was reading, there were so many times I was thinking, why does this feel like a prequel? Doesn't it feel like we were waiting for the story to start, but it never started? We kept waiting for her to start the book, start the plot, start the book, start the plot. It gave me like Euphoria, Zendaya, and whatever her name in Jules' episode, like prequel. Like it gave me, we're waiting for the book to start, waiting for the book to start. Dragon, like devil eating babies. Yeah. What? Mm-mm. 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 Yeah. DNF 30%. It was awful. Without question, one of the worst books I read in this year. Writing was so bad. I cringed every 2 seconds. Um, World building was so underdeveloped. It was laughable. The text was full of inconsistencies. There was no plot. Nothing happened. It was just boring filler or a badly written retelling of Cinderella. The characters had no density whatsoever. It was extremely superficial, cliche, insta love. He's a prince. He's handsome. He picked her up. He picked her up her things. He picked up her things when she dropped them. She's pretty. She's a hardworking servant. So different from all the other girls he met before. Our love is destiny and will consume us. Gosh, it was awful. Nothing to save here. Mm-mm-mm. Literally. Literally. No. We don't need it. Okay, yeah. We're getting to the end of this live. We roasted it for long enough. We roasted it from beginning to end. My initial review, which I'll read it to y'all to end this off. I gave it a 2.5, a 2 out of 5 stars. It will be going down to a 1 star. And that 1 star is for the fashion. That's it. And Cyrus. My theories were correct. Shawty still can't write. I got through 3 books that shattered me and had to stop. And don't even get me started on her post 9/11 Muslim trauma point contemporaries. The girls are tired. And by the girls, I mean me. The book was so random, no plot, no fantasy, just vibes and gin stories, because what else do Muslim fantasy writers write about? For her to make the devil a character is actually triggering AF. It's giving pandering to white people that you want to give Shaitan a revenge plot as if he's a mythical character. This is not Addie LaRue. I may still read the next book just because I have no idea what this first book was even about. But yeah, Cassandra Clare was lying in that blurb. P.S. The cover is beautiful. That was my review. Yeah, let's change my rating. Yeah, we got. I'm not trying to like mess up her rating, but like the girlies are lying, and I need y'all to not lie. Like I wish people were just like, oh, I was just happy to read another Taherah Mafi book. I didn't really care that it didn't have a plot. You know, that's the question. What's your new rating if you load it, whatever? And oh my gosh, what are you rating book 2? I mean, are you gonna read book 2? I hate when my reviews get a lot of likes. My review for Instructions for Dancing is so emotional because I was going through my breakup at the time, and like Nicola Yoon was really instrumental to my relationship, like mentally for me. And so the fact that it has 100 likes, stop reading it. Don't read it. Stop it. I don't like it. Oh my gosh. What are we changing the rating to? I just changed mine to 1 star because I can't. I respect that. I think that I'll try book 2. Like I'll download it illegally from Z Library. I'll see if I can get to 30%. If I can't get further than Mayana read in the first book, I can't do it. Ending off our live show, we're going to talk about our book for this month. I eventually want to get to a point where we can do our live shows at the last week of the month. So this might be the book that I give y'all like 2 weeks to read because I don't know. I don't want it to spill over into the next month too much. I like to try to have the live shows within the first 2 weeks of the month. I feel like that makes sense. Our next book is The Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. I love it so much. The blurbs are from, wow. Oh, I thought that was S.A. Chakraborty. I thought she blurbed it herself. None of the people that blurbed this are POC. Interesting. This is an adult, like kind of like Aladdin retelling. How do I describe it? We have Luli, who is our midnight merchant, and she finds relics that are made of magic, and she sells them. And then we have, what's his name? Is his name? I keep messing his name up. Is it Mason? Yes. Then we have Mason, the prince, and Luli saves Mason's life. And through that and her overall reputation, his father, the Sultan, hears about her ability to find relics, and he's trying to find this lamp that has a jinn inside of it. And so he tells her and Mason to go into the desert and go find this relic. A lot of crazy stuff happening. There is jinns in this book, but this is a jinn book done well. This, when I say it's done well, I mean it's probably more fantastic. How do I describe it? It doesn't make me uncomfortable. It's not directly tied to Islamic lore in that type of way, to the point we were talking about this in the Discord. They are polytheistic, but nobody's really religious. I know that people have issues with jinns in general being used as like fantastical creatures, which I definitely relate to. But I feel like if you're going to throw them in here, the best way to do it that I've seen so far is this. So yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me read these. Zainab, you're so annoying. Let it go. 1.5 from a 3 to a 2. A 3 was high. Wow. I'm screaming. Leanne, I love that for you. I love that for you. Yeah, I want to read this by first week of July. So I would say y'all need to start that now, especially because I'm already going to be done by the end of this week. I want to say y'all have 3 weeks to read the book. That's what I want to say. After The Stardust Thief, let's see. Let's go on my handy dandy Notion. Where's it at? Okay, Iqra Trials 2022. We are reading. Oh, I'm excited about this one. We're reading Salam with Love, which is it's a contemporary. Then August, the book I'm probably the most excited about is Good Intentions by Qasim Ali. I'm excited about that one because it's about two Muslim people. The girl is East African, the guy is Desi, and they were like in a haram relationship, but they're trying to, after a few years, they're trying to get it together. But he never told his parents about her, and it's an adult book. It's romance, and it's written by a Muslim man, like male author. So I'm really excited for that one. I want to hear his thoughts. How is he going to write about this black girl? Is he going to really acknowledge the racism within Muslim communities? Are you giving to the girls? Yes, around Eid. Yeah. So I would like to do the live show after Eid. That is what I'm trying to do. Like right after Eid. Oh yeah, it's gonna be amazing. Period. Lennon, how far are you into it? Did you start it yet? Yeah, 3 weeks. Yes, sounds so good. Like as soon as I read the blurb, I was like, ooh, we still need a book for September and for December. October, we're reading from Love from Mecca to Medina. November, we're reading The Final Strife, which is a fantasy book with a mix of Arab and West African mythology because the author is mixed. She's Muslim and she's Arab and she's Nigerian, I believe. Super excited about that one. Yeah, I feel like we have this year was probably as crazy as it was. I feel like this is probably one of our best like years with the Iqra trials. I've been the most consistent. We have the most consistent members, and we're really reading a good, I feel like, amount of books. I'm trying to be diverse with like the genres, with where the authors are from, with all of that, the age range, all of that. So I'm very excited. Um, no, I feel like it's gonna be good where it's at. Um, June, July. I'm happy that I finished the Stardust Thief. I'm gonna finish it so soon because June, July is summertime. I'm trying to be outside. So Salam with Love is contemporary. That's gonna be light. Even Good Intentions is a no. Salam with Love is romance. Good Intentions is contemporary or whatever. It's a fiction book. I feel like the timing is gonna be perfect to read it. So yeah. Oh, okay, that I had Queen of Tiles initially, but it's YA, and I'm tired of reading YA, to be honest. It was on here. It was gonna be our book for December, and I had to delete it. I'm sorry, mad. It was gonna be the perfect way to end up the year, but Miss Mama's first of all. Since speaking of Tempest of Tea, have to give a big to Miss Hafsa Faisal, who got married. Mabruk Alek. I am so happy for her. May Allah grant them the best of this life and the next. May He be everything that she ever wanted. May Allah keep them together. I mean, love that for my good sis. She looked beautiful. Yeah, if you have any recs, let me know. I don't read war books, which I know people may have opinions on, but I just don't. It's not my thing. Hold on, let me find a picture so we can celebrate her. Not a wifey. She married a what man? It be like that sometimes. It be like that sometimes. Hold on. Doesn't she look so cute? Hold on. Don't they look so cute? Why am I being so special? There we go. The fact that all the women in her family wear niqab, she looks so pretty, bro. I love that for her. Oh my god, yeah, he's super white. Wow, love that for her. Hey, we're actually about to log off. But I was saying that I wanted to do the Stardust Thief live show after Eid, which is on the 9th of July. So yeah, everybody has like 3 weeks to read it. I think so. And I want her to enjoy her marriage because if she's getting married, that book is going to be good. Writing from a place of joy and depression are the best times to write. I'm telling you. Telling you. Does she have makeup on? I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm just being annoying. I love that she has a face chain over her niqab. That's so pretty. We're so happy for her. Who? is this? Aretha. Is he TikTok famous? How did they start talking? What's tea? What's tea? Oh, okay, that's for another time. Yeah, she looks very nice. Wow. Qué interesante. Okay, you guys. This was a lot of fun. I'm happy I actually made it on the live show because it almost didn't happen. I have to go pack up the rest of my life once again because I am going back to New York tomorrow for my sister's birthday. She's turning 13. Um, and then I have work stuff. Then I'm being a hot girl this weekend because Juneteenth is on Sunday. Shout out to my niggas. Celebrating for my ancestors, celebrating for the people that couldn't, celebrating for the people incarcerated. We are outside. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the Roast Fest. I hope you guys are enjoying the Stardust Thief, the ones that are starting or have already started. Feel free to join the Discord. The link is somewhere on the screen down below. And yeah, also the next video you guys will see from me will be my Bridgerton video. I know I've been saying that, but it's coming. I'm back into working on it. But yeah, bye guys. See you later.